Amor Prop. Tahera Rene Christy with Amor Prop. I am showing you my hands because although I'm in a car and it is moving, I have a chauffeur by the name of Benjamin Christy. My husband is driving me because I had to go pick up some supplies and I wanted to ensure that I got my 3 o'clock live done. Hey Nefertiti, great to see that you're here. Hopefully you stay and join in the festivities. We're going to be talking about amazing things here today. Hopefully my background's not too distracting, but I wanted to commit to coming on and talking about the Yoni, of course, because we're still building a following here and making sure that this is something that people are interested in talking about, because I've just got really great information about the hygiene products that are out there that could potentially help you with feeling good and being at your best. And actually I'm really excited because I just got some stickers made and they're super cute. I cannot wait to share them with you. They'll probably be about a week or two before I can actually officially share them, but I just created the graphics for them and they're so exciting. I am all about the female empowerment, women's health, and that's why I want to come on here and talk with you guys about the latest and greatest information about when it comes to women's health and you taking care of yourself so that you're optimizing your health so that you can stay active and be beautiful and feel great every day of your life. Today's Yoni Talk Live is going to be less about products and less about just cleaning self, and we're going to talk a little bit about self-esteem, because I think it's a topic that oftentimes doesn't get a chance to be talked about from a holistic perspective when it comes to self-care. Especially a lot of times people think self-care is going to the spa, getting a massage, getting your toes done, eating a nice dinner. All of those things are great self-care activities, but if it's not rooted in taking care of your mental and emotional support, you're not going to see the benefits of that type of work. And so I think it's so important to talk about self-esteem and why we should feel really good about who we are as people and why you're divinely created perfectly for your purpose. I feel it's one of those topics that we hear about, but people have a really hard time implementing that as Bible truth, if you will, into their lives, and understanding that happiness is a truly inside job. You have to create happiness for yourself through how you feel about yourself and how you see yourself and how you receive information and receive what happens in and around you, so that you can cultivate a self-awareness that ultimately benefits you. Because if you're doing things that feel nice on the outside or look nice to others on the outside, but ultimately don't alter or support who you are as a person, they're wasted activities. So I want to really dive into what self-esteem is, why it's important, how it's tied to our self-worth activities, so that you can receive the best possible outcome from any and everything that you attach your name to and dedicate your time to. And even doing this is something that I know is so purpose-filled for me, because again, I'm a nerd. I would whittle away in the kitchen making products all day, every day. If that was possible, I wouldn't have a lot of FaceTime because, not because I don't love people, I absolutely adore humanity. I really do. And I know my purpose is to interact and communicate with humanity, but it is really easy to just close oneself off to protect and preserve my energy. My energy is infectious, it's beautiful, it's been cultivated, and therefore is attractive to be siphoned from people who have not done the work. So I was like, let me help others do the work so that they can feel this great feeling that I feel, called self-esteem and self-worth. And a lot of people mistake self-esteem and self-worth for cockiness and not confidence because of their lack of self-esteem or self-worth. So when someone looks like they feel really good about themselves and everything around, or they have an opinion, or they're honest about something, suddenly honesty is being mean, which is strange. But when you don't have truth within yourself and you're lying to yourself, or you're not telling yourself the truth about what's around you, it's oftentimes hard to receive truth from others and to see things the way that they should be seen. So that all boils down to your self-worth and your self-esteem. and how you see yourself. Some people see a beautiful woman and say, oh, she must be so confident. Her boobs sit all the way up to her chin. She's got a butt like an apple. Her face is gorgeous. All the men are attracted to her. She must feel so good about herself. When I tell you, some of the most beautiful women in the world have some of the lowest self-esteems. And for me, that's sad, because I'm like, you're already you're 20 steps ahead of the game, okay? An aesthetic can get you through situations that oftentimes even intelligence can't. And it's not fair. But I didn't make the rules. I just understand them. And working on your self-esteem, no matter what your makeup is the game. It is the name of the game. It is the purpose behind everything that you do, so that you can live this one life you've got to the maximum of happiness. I can't tell you how many millionaires and billionaires and beautiful people kill themselves. It's really sad. I should say unalive. Sorry. You guys got issues with saying something for what it is. But anyhow, I'm working on my live language. But people would unalive themselves because they lack self-esteem. Have all the stuff, have all the things that we in society tend to value over how you see yourself or how you feel about yourself. But the whole point is, if you work on that and see things the way that they should be seen, and treat yourself with kindness, like first. Like, I know a lot of people who are very kind. I was one of those people, kind to others before I was kind to myself. That's literal craziness. And I had to stop the insanity, because why would I not take care of myself before I took care of anybody else? Why would I not put my oxygen mask on myself before I would take care of other people? Because I looked for other people's approval. And that had a lot to do with a lack of self-esteem from where I was standing at certain points in my life. I didn't really discover what self-esteem was until I was 26 years old. I was already the mother of 3 people. And I really didn't understand the concept until then. And I didn't really lock in to that until I was well into my 30s. And now at 45, like, I really realized how many years I wasted not feeling good enough, knowing I've been the absolute bomb for a very long time, but I needed to do the work. And the work, again, was an inside job of me seeing myself for myself and being perfect for my purpose. Not comparing my purpose to anyone else, not comparing who I am, how I look, what I have, any of that to anyone else. Me and Beyonce are in races amongst ourselves. We don't have any other contenders. I'm not racing anyone, because if I did, I probably would surpass a lot of people, and they'd feel some type of way about that, and I'd probably feel like I'm not far enough along compared to some other people. And how does that serve me? It doesn't. And so I don't compare, like, at all, in any form or fashion. I'm a cheerleader for everybody who's trying to do something positive and good, and anything that does not serve me or the people that I care about, I don't even bother with. I don't even deal with. And I don't care who you are. I know too many people who have lots of stuff, okay? I know too many people who have status, money, amazing health, whatever it is, but they don't feel good about themselves. So that you're not impressing me, like, at all. Like, at all. It's really about you focusing on who you are, what your purpose is, and feeling as great as you can about where you're, like, who you are, over attempting to compare yourself to anybody else. So self-esteem and self-worth are the currency of a healthy-minded individual. When you feel good about yourself, you have no reason to hate on anybody else. You have no reason to criticize anybody else or look for flaws or faults in anyone else, because you're busy working on yourself. You're busy making sure you are the best version of yourself. I don't have time. And I could point out a lot of things all the time, but a lot of things that I see them like, ooh, child. Why would I make time for that when I'm busy working on myself? I'm busy making sure that I'm good and taking care of my mental health, making sure that my self-esteem is intact, because I am the most important person in the world, not out of a space of narcissism, but out of a space of self-preservation. If I don't see myself as the most important person in my world, then how am I going to take care of myself to a degree that would help me to maximize my soul's purpose in this life cycle? And that's what I truly believe. We can go into that deep conversation another time. But the whole point is, I want to make sure that my life is valuable. And when my mom decided to go forth and give birth to me instead of having an abortion, hey, I want to make sure that that choice was worth it by living a life full of purpose and being as kind as I can and honorable to myself and to those around me to the best of my ability. And that's true self-esteem. So, and true self-worth and self actualization. And many of us live, but we don't actualize. And that's how you see so many people, so many rich people right now, not really living their best lives. They're just working to pay bills, or working to, impress other people, or buy things to impress other people that could care less about you, and that will walk over your grave if they were walking through a cemetery and not think twice about it. So developing self-esteem and self-worth are just so important. And so in this Yoni Talk Live, I really feel like it's important for especially women to take the time to heal thyself. When you heal a woman, you heal an entire community. Women are the backbone of every community. Even if it's a community of men, there is some woman that has helped support those men to get where they are and be how they are and do what they do. You just can't avoid it. And not to discount the contributions of men, but women have a je ne sais quoi, a way about them that is so uniquely them. Like Beyonce said, I'm mentioning her again because this is my girl. Some men think they freak just like we do, but no, they don't. And you can mimic, you can caricature a woman, but the essence of a real woman, especially a healed woman and a woman who knows herself and knows her worth and her value, there's something so alluring about that. Just like there is about a man who can do the same. However, women have this thing that is just so beautiful. So my stickers that I was telling you guys about, I gotta talk about them again because that's the essence of what the stickers are about. It says soft girl era activated, because I want every girl to know what it feels like to be able to work hard, to be dedicated to her purpose, to believe in herself and take the leap of faith required to being the best version of herself every single day, yet have the balance, support, and love of knowing and experiencing a soft girl era. And an era is just that, right? You vacillate between grinding every day, working really hard, doing what you got to do in order to be the best version of yourself. And some days you make it and some days you don't. But when I tell you the last, I've had highs and lows, but the last 6 months of my life have been full of such hard work and such dedication toward my purpose and goals, but so many moments of softness and gentility. My husband is driving me right now so that I could do this, right? So he's like, I went to go pick up some supplies. I was like, will you drive me to Ontario? And he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And you can't see him, but he's got his sunglasses on. He's wearing all black and black dress shoes. Because I said, will you chauffeur me around? And he wanted to dress like a chauffeur. He wanted to dress the part, just in case somebody stopped me and they asked who he was. He was going to say, oh, I'm her chauffeur, I'm her driver. His goal is to work for me and take care of me so that I can do the many things that I do all day long without having to worry about working. Now, granted, it's his day off. He could be lounging on the couch, playing video games, doing him. Whatever that is he wanted to do, he could do him today all day long. He took 3 hours out of his life to help me. I'm so grateful for that, because why? Number one, that's security. It's support. It's love. It activates that softness within me to know I can sit back. You hear me? I can sit back and know that something is handled, that I don't have to, that I don't want to do, but that I don't have to do, because I have activated the softness within me, and that energy exudes out into the world. So the things that I want and need, I attract. I don't have to chase these things. I don't have to ask for these things. The universe literally invites them back into my heart, back into my life, so that I can experience the best version of myself. Therefore, giving out the best version of myself to the people and things that are important to me. I was talking to one of my girlfriends the other day, and she was like, girl, I know you're so busy. I would love to spend some time with you and have lunch. And I was like, girl, I will always make time for the things and people that are important to me. And because you are that, don't worry about my schedule. Know that I will fit you into it. And not from a space of, genuine connection. And that is part of that amazing self-esteem that is so important to have those genuine connections. She works hard, okay? When I talk about she, I mean me, I mean her. I am her. I'm that girl. I work very hard every single day of my life. Every hour of the day is occupied with something of purpose, and I'm grateful for it, and I love it. But at the end of the day, I want to ensure that those connections with other people, God's people that he placed in front of me to be able to help me be the best version of myself, to put forth the beauty that he created within me and give it out to others, it makes it worth it. It makes it all worth it. All the work, all the long nights, all the sleepless nights, all the things that I do, because I truly love what I do and I truly love who I am. So this live was truly about helping people to understand why self-esteem is so important. It's not about being cocky. It's not about narcissism. It's not about being overly dramatic or a diva. It's about acknowledging that you were created perfect for your purpose and living out that purpose every day with the activities that you produce. And we all produce things. And say you're in a 9-to-5 job and you spend the majority of your time working for somebody else, trading your time for money. That's okay. Been there, done that. Had a corporate sales career for 20 years. Very stressful. Okay, I worked less hours, but had far more stress than working more hours, making less money, but literally finding the balance of happiness because I'm walking in purpose. And that's the most important part. When you are doing something that is based upon your build and your design, you will find such purpose in waking up every day and showing up with your best possible self to the world. And so many of us have a hard time doing that because we just don't know what God put us on this earth to do. And I'm grateful that I learned at a very early age what that was and made a lot of mistakes to get there. But the reality is, had I not made those mistakes, I would not be able to experience the life that I experience now that I love so very much. So part of tapping into your divine femininity is learning to soft girl era as often as possible by coming into spaces where you feel safe and supported and loved, but starting by loving and securing yourself within yourself so that you can attract those spaces and those people that will continue to be a fortress around you to protect you from the things that you don't want, and also encourage you to go after those things that you absolutely need in your life to make sure that you live your best life. I can't determine what your best life looks like to you, but I know my conversations with my partner and in my life with my friends and the people that motivate and inspire me are all about kindness and love and self-esteem and confidence and fun and balancing those things. Like everybody's like you always on vacation. I'm taking a break because what people don't understand is how intensely I work. Some people like do their 9-to-5, they enjoy their evenings off, cocktail happy hour, their weekends, they go play, do stuff with the kids, and then they start their week all over again. I work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So when I have hours off, or if I take a day or two off, or a moment off, or a week off, I want to do something, okay? Because when I say something, it's not like I don't do something. I do something every day, but I want to experience this life. I only got so many wake-ups and goes to sleeps and beats of my heart before I am no longer going to be a soul walking this earth. So every day of my life, I want to ensure I'm doing something with purpose that reinforces the blessings that God has in my life so people can see they can do it too. I am a regular girl. I'm no different than you or anybody else. The difference is I've learned who I am. I accept who I am. I accept it. And I set up my life to adjust to who I am so that in my world, all I do is win no matter what. And that's the energy I put out. That's the energy I get back. And I am able to really enforce that to myself and for myself because nobody tells me what to do. I have self-imposed deadlines, and that is another level of thinking. A lot of people have a hard time with procrastinating, but when I tell you I am good for a deadline, and anybody gave me the deadline but me, and I will hold myself to that deadline and make sure it happens. But that's because I value my time. I value my contribution to whatever project I'm working on and whatever solution I'm producing. So that way I am making the most of my time here on earth. I encourage you to do the same. Your self-esteem is in your hands. Your self-worth is rooted in who you think you are and how you want to show up in the world and contribute to the world to making it a better place in your special way. It doesn't matter the output. You know, you could be the best stripper on the pole. However you want to show off your gifts, you better rock them and work them and bless somebody's life with them. I don't care what it is that you do. And I mean that. No judgment from me. I want to ensure that you feel as fantabulous as you are, because again, you are perfect for your purpose. So this Yoni Talk Live, I want to remind you that you are great and that you are worth it, whatever effort you want to put into making yourself the best possible version of yourself. And I want to thank you so much for joining me on this Yoni Talk Live. I will see you all again on Thursday. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. I don't know what day of the week it is. It's been a long week and it just began. Taxes were due yesterday. A lot going on. Oh, wait. That means it is Thursday. Hold on. Let me see. It is Thursday. I don't know what day of the week it is, because let me tell you, every day is a Monday for me. So I'll see you next Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me on my live. And you can watch the replay on YouTube, and I'll see if I can upload it to TikTok as well. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.